this class I am going to start with another important topic of chapter biological classification. So here is the new chapter, the chapter 2, biological classification. In this chapter we are going to discuss about the how biological classification living organism, or why we need, because of the study of living organism or millions of organisms denoted on the earth, or because of the study, so there is need for the classification according to their morphological or anatomical characteristic. But in during the earlier time, that Aristotle was the first. Aristotle was the first who classified plants according to their morphological characteristic. According to their morphological characteristics. Morphological characteristics. Morphological characteristics. So Aristotle was the living organism or plants into according to their morphological characteristic into the tree, shrubs, according to their morphological characteristic into trees, herb, first shrub and herbs. Then after, he also classify animals into two groups: animal with red blood or without red blood. Without red blood. So he also classify the animals with red blood or without red blood. So what are the characteristics of the plant or animal? He actually do not taken the overall characteristic of plant and animal. He just observe the morphological characteristic of plant, then divide into trees. If they are more than the 3 meter in height, then included into tree, less than the 3 meter shrubs, and less than the 2 feet included into the herbs, or shows the characteristic of herb. Now he also divide the animal on the basis of the presence of red blood and he grouped into two groups: animal with red blood group or without red blood group. Now after this, Carolus Linnaeus also give the two kingdom classification. Carolus Linnaeus also classify or give the two kingdom classification. So two kingdom system given by the Carolus Linnaeus, or he give the Plantae kingdom, first kingdom, and the second kingdom is Animalia. So kingdom Plantae or kingdom Animalia given by the scientist Carolus Linnaeus. Or he also gave the naming system, binomial nomenclature, or according to the binomial nomenclature, every and each species shows a two name system, first genus and the second species name. Or he include in the Plantae group on the basis of the presence of cell wall. So animal or the organism which shows cell wall in the cellular organization included into the plantae group, or the those organisms which do not show cell wall in their cellular organization included into the animalia group. So in the plantae, the examples of organism which included into the plantae by the Carolus Linnaeus are in the plantae group. Just only bacteria, because bacteria show the cell wall, but the cell wall is not formed by the cellulose. Bacterial cell wall formed by the peptidoglycan. Blue-green algae are also said to be cyanobacteria. Then fungi also included, members of bryophytes or fern. Bryophytes, pteridophytes, angiosperm, also said to be flowering plants, or included into the plantae group, or other rest of the division or phylum included into the Animalia. But the characteristic chosen by the Carolus Linnaeus was the mostly morphological characteristic, but there is need for differentiate the organism or classify the organism according to the mode of nutrition, cellular organization, or also mode of reproduction, method of reproduction. So all these can also be included in the biological classification. So, but it is not in the character chosen by the Mendel was not chosen by the Carolus Linnaeus was not enough for the biological classification, because he just classified the living organism on the basis of only morphological characteristics. So Linnaeus classified the living organism on the basis of morphological characteristic only. Characteristics only. But there is need for differentiation, classify them on the basis of anatomical characteristic also, or internal morphology also. So what can we choose for the biological classification of the living organism? That is presence of mode of nutrition. So what mode of nutrition generally used by the living organism? Method of reproduction. Method of reproduction all can also be included in living organism. Cellular organization. Cellular organization is also needed for the classification of living organism. Now, other than the cell wall or the composition of cell wall. Now, these are the some important points for the morphological, for the classification, or what are their anatomical structure. So anatomy of living organism. So these are the important features which can be included during the classification of living organism. Now, what are the classification done by the different scientists? First is the Aristotle, who classify on the basis of the morphological characteristic of plant. They classify plant into three groups. First is tree, then shrubs, and then after herbs. Also, he classified animals into two group only, the animals with the red blood or without the red blood. Now, then after Carolus Linnaeus also gave the two kingdom system of the classification, biological classification. According to the Carolus Linnaeus, he gave the Plantae kingdom and the Animalia kingdom. But he only just divide the living organism on the basis of the presence of cell wall only and their morphological characteristic only. In the Plantae group, he included the bacteria which show the different characteristic of, if we talk about the cellular organization, they show the prokaryotic cellular organization, whereas the other are the eukaryotic organization. So they cannot be taken in the same group, but he used only the morphological characteristic or cellular cell wall, presence of cell wall. Now he include into the Plantae group so many living organisms such like bacteria, blue-green algae, fungi and ferns, mosses, fern, gymnosperm and angiosperm. In animal group, rest of the living organism which do not show cell wall included into the Animalia group. But on the basis of their morphological characteristic, he just divide the living organism into the Plantae group or the Animalia group. But other features he do not took during the classification of the living organism, such like mode of nutrition, method of reproduction, cellular organization, cell wall composition, cell wall component and composition, anatomy of the living organism. R.H. Whitaker in 1969. So how he divided living organism into different category or kingdom. So R.H. Whitaker gave the 5 kingdom classification. So 5 kingdom classification given by R.H. Whitaker. R.H. Whitaker. Whitaker. According to the, he used the cell wall composition, cell organization, cell organization or cellular organization also said to be cellular organization, and mode of nutrition, then method of reproduction, all these are included by the R.H. Whitaker. So, but the main characteristics of living organism which was denoted by the R.H. Whitaker are, these are the points which he included during their biological classification. So during their biological classification, when he was actually going to use the different characteristic of living organism, he chosen the main characteristic of the living organism, like what are their cellular composition, by which method they reproduce, mode of their nutrition, now cell wall or what is the cellular organization. So overall he included the different characteristic of living organism. Now R.H. Whitaker divide all the living organism into the 5 kingdom. So the 5 kingdom classification, that was the R.H. Whitaker. The first kingdom is Monera kingdom. Second kingdom is Protista. third kingdom given by R.H. Whitaker was fungi, fourth plantae, and the fifth animalia. So here is the overall the five kingdom classification of the R.H. Whitaker. Now let us discuss about one by one what are the characteristics chosen by the R.H. Whitaker. Also we discussed later in biological classification about all the characteristics of Monera group of animals, then Protista group of animals, fungi group of animals, also their division, now plantae group of animals, animalia. So before going to start, first we discuss about the Monera. What is their cellular organization? One by one. So when we here is Monera, Protista, fungi, plantae, animalia. So when he was dividing animal into the different kingdom, he chose for the first the cellular organization of the organism. That means the Monera show the special type of cellular organization, that is the cell of the Monera is prokaryotic cellular organization, mainly prokaryotic cell. So what are the prokaryotic cell? Where the nuclear membrane not defined by the living organism, of nuclear membrane simply absent or dissolved in the cytoplasm. Also in the 80S ribosome replaced by the 70S ribosome, presence of mesosomes, which is a respiratory organ for the bacteria, or mainly the groups belong to the bacteria. So in later biological classification we will discuss about the bacteria only. Now next is Protista. Rest of the animals have the eukaryotic organization, eukaryotic cell. Now rest of the eukaryotic, here is also eukaryotic cell, and here this one is also eukaryotic cell. That's why the Monera group is totally different from the other kingdom, because of the presence of different cell organization. Now next is cell wall composition. If cell wall is present, so here is present cell wall, but formed by peptidoglycan. We discussed it later. Now Protista, the cell wall is present but formed by chitin, present in fungus. Protista. In fungus or Protista, they are different. Protista actually do not have the cell wall. Some member of Protista group actually do not. The absence of cell wall, absent is totally, the cell wall is absent. Fungi, cell wall is formed by the chitin, so cell wall is present. In plantae too, present cell wall is present but formed by cellulose. Or in animalia group of organism do not show any type of cell wall, so absence of cell wall. Cell wall is absent. Here is also cell wall is absent. So cell wall absent in two group of animal, Protista and Animalia. Such like other characteristic also shown by the different living organism of different kingdom, like nutrition. These are mostly, they show all type of holozoy, all type of nutrition. That means shows the parasitic adaptation. Also show some of the prokaryotes, some of the bacteria form their own food. They belong to autotrophs. Some are heterotrophs. Some are saprophytes. Some of methanogens use methane gas. Some of chemoautotroph. So large number of variations mode of nutrition shown by the Monera group of animal. But in Protista mostly they are saprophyte saprophyte. Mostly they are saprophyte. Sorry, protista. Heterotrophs. Trophic mode of nutrition. Fungus, saprophyte. Saprophyte survive on, feed on dead organism, dead matter. Now plantae, autotroph. Autotrophs. Here is also animal are heterotrophs. Or actually the Monera group not can't say holozoic, but they a huge variation seen in the they are heterotroph, autotroph, autotroph. So all these variations show by the Monera group of animal. Now come to the next point, that other than the 5 kingdom system, a 6 kingdom system also given by different scientists, in which the Monera group divide into 2 kingdom, where half of the animal include rest of the as such present, or 3 domains shown by the 6 kingdom classification by dividing the Monera into 2 kingdom. Animals of Monera group into the 2 kingdom. So thus the given 6 kingdom classification after the R.H. Whitaker biological classification given by the scientist. 3 domain system. 3 domain system or 6 kingdom classification. 6 kingdom classification. 6 kingdom classification given by the different scientists. In the 6 kingdom classification, the Monera group divided into 2 kingdom. So Monera, which is a one kingdom by the R.H. Whitaker, it is divided into 2 kingdom. 2 kingdom. So here is the overall about the 5 kingdom classification or biological classification. Now let us discuss about the Monera. So which organism include into the Monera group of kingdom Monera? Mostly bacteria. Actually all are the bacteria, but show the different type of mode of nutrition. That means they are heterotrophs, autotrophs, chemoautotrophs, and etc. Kingdom Monera. In this kingdom, only bacteria included, which shows the special type of organization. That means prokaryotic cell shown by the bacteria. Prokaryotic cell. The characteristic of prokaryotic cell, that is presence of 70S ribosomes. 70S ribosomes, nuclear membrane is absent, and mesosome found, presence of mesosome or other membrane bound cell organelles are absent. Membrane bound cell organelles are absent. Membrane bound cell organelles are absent. Now next thing is that the plant also, the bacteria mode of nutrition, because they show different type of mode of nutrition. Nutrition. Heterotroph. Heterotroph some are autotrophs. Trophs or chemoautotrophs also. Chemoautotrophs. Now they also show the different form. That means different structure, type of structure. On the basis of structure, they can be also classified into the different type. That means cocci type. They are circular shape of bacteria, also said to be coccus. Now bacilli, rod shaped bacteria. There is rod shaped bacteria. Now next is Vibrio spirillum. Spirillum also show the spiral shape bacteria like this. Spiral shaped bacteria. Another is Vibrio. The comma shaped bacteria. Here is comma shaped bacteria. Comma shaped bacteria. So the different form of type of bacteria are found on the basis of their structure. Some are except these, some are parasitic, obligate parasite, facultative parasite. So mostly some of the eubacteria, which are of two type of bacteria. Some are photosynthetic bacteria, some are archaebacteria. Now, what are eubacteria? That means the cocci, bacillus, spirillum, all are bacteria. There are different type of bacteria which show the actual morphology of bacteria, that is eubacteria. Consider under the eubacteria which survive in harsh condition is archaebacteria. Another photosynthetic bacteria. Or they or photosynthetic are also said to be cyanobacteria. Archaebacteria, photosynthetic bacteria, heterotrophic bacteria. Now, so every and each bacteria important in ecosystem, or we are going to study about the different characteristic of these type of bacteria, eubacteria, archaebacteria, and photosynthetic bacteria or heterotrophic bacteria. We will discuss in next class. I hope you like this video, so you can understand about the biological classification, why we need, because we are going to easily understand about different type of bacteria, because they are categorized with the help of biological classification into different group. That means eubacteria shows the different characteristic than the archaebacteria. In the archaebacteria group, such bacteria are included those live in harsh condition or survive in harsh condition, like halo. They are also known to be live in salty area. So all these. Now photosynthetic bacteria are autotrophic bacteria or synthesize their own food with the help of sunlight and the other component in their cell, or simply release the oxygen as like cyanobacteria or blue green algae. Now heterotrophic bacteria are those shows the animal like characteristic but represent the cell wall, so they are included into the Monera or included into the bacteria group of animal. So here is the overall about the biological classification. Later in next class we will discuss about the eubacteria, archaebacteria, photosynthetic bacteria and heterotrophic bacteria, students. I hope you like this video. Keep listening and watching me, and thank you for listening and watching me.